totally jump in chat, guys. Oh, look, we got some people in chat. Awesome. Ayo. Her captain got kidnapped by the cartel, huh? Hold on, I'm just adjusting my widgets. Look at all the viewers. This isn't a joke. Captain's definitely in trouble. Well, Captain's a troublemaker sometimes. Maybe I should just make you guys aware of this. Hey, Captain. Oh my gosh. So, do you guys ever just like have like? So there's like the battle to either do what you think is right or do what your friends would do for themselves. Uh-oh, that's bad. Yeah, this is a pretty intense subject. Can't tell if it's trolling or not. Can't tell if it's just miscommunication or misunderstanding. We can pray for Max here. Hold up. Put Jessica, Max, and JJ in your prayers, guys. Hold up. Currently praying, yeah. I have a feeling they'll be alright. Gee, I wonder what Captain could have done wrong to get... First of all, if Captain's gotten involved with the cartel, let's just say that it's true. Let's like... the cartel members are gonna feel shit when they're telling to let them go. Do you know how many viewers Captain has? Captain will be fine. I was actually thinking about this earlier. Captain's not gonna get, it would be very hard to abduct Captain. Like, we've been, like, the doxing that, I mean, how easily stream snipers were able to pinpoint our location. Yeah, sorry, I was just looking at the road next to me. Obviously stream snipers were able to pinpoint our location was pretty intense. Like, I was actually really surprised, but it works. They were not stream snipers. Well, I know they weren't stream snipers, but I'm just saying that people know where Captain is, and I don't think people would be able to abduct him. Mexico is different. Well, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll believe you. Call him then. Here. Captain is in the gang stalking network. Don't worry, we know where he is. So you see out of his vision. You know, I think Captain might be on that level of ISIS, and I think people use V2K on him. If you don't know what V2K is, it means voice to skull. They can communicate with him into his head with sonic technologies. And it would be easier. I feel like anyone who like would like, let's say a mafia or gangsters would try to abduct Captain. Like they would have some kind of motive to do it, and they don't know who he is. You're wasting time. Okay, hold up. I'm calling him now. I'm calling Captain right now. Okay, so I just tried to call Captain Content, and it was strange because it didn't ring, it just hung up. No, it really isn't. She doesn't have any roommate. Just sort of being being held at gunpoint in Mashroom. Buckets of drive to Mexico save Cappy. I don't know why, but I don't think a 22-year-old girl trying to save 3 people from a Mexican mafia, I just don't think that would be very effective. If his dad had an experience already, he'd be a little more aware. Oh my gosh, I don't think it's that kind of thing. I don't think Captain's... Let's say some kind of strange event happened to Captain's father. I don't think that would prepare Captain for, like, being kidnapped by a gang. I think Captain would be able to pay the money the gang would want for ransom. But unless they wanted to, like, rape Gucci's or something, then that's a really bad thing. Someone should call the police. Like, literally, there's, like, 3 Americans. Well, there's 2 Americans and a Spaniard who's visiting the U.S. And they got kidnapped. Somebody call the police. They need prayers right now. I just prayed for him. I think everything will be fine. No, the Mexican... No, I mean, like, call the American police. Like, call the American police and say, hey, I was watching my friend's YouTube and he got kidnapped. Somebody do something. Can you even call 911 in Mexico from the USA? Pretty sure they'd be able to do something if they knew what city he was in. Yeah, I don't have enough information to call the police. I don't know where you guys are getting this information that he got kidnapped, but... If you had some kind of video evidence that he's in danger, I'm sure. I'm sure something would happen. Or maybe it wouldn't. Does Speedy get the RV now? You only care about yourself. I don't know what you guys are expecting me to do. I don't know anything that's going on. You guys are telling me this. I wasn't watching Captain's stream, you guys were, so... Hold on, I'm just adjusting my widget. I'm just adjusting the widget, hold on. There we go. Mexican funeral. Don't love the cartel if his donor money. Kevin says RV is yours now. I think Captain said if he died, I get the RV, yeah. But he has to write that in a living will. Or maybe some kind of video evidence I could show court would be valid enough. So what makes you guys believe that he actually got kidnapped by the cartels? Eugene is alive. Eugene is alive. All's fine. JJ is alive now. See, I told you guys everything would be fine. They're okay. It was live on his stream. We saw it. Did you get, maybe you guys were confused about what was going on. Sometimes it gets like that. You know, I know this because, like, I'm a streamer and I'll be live and something will happen, and, like, unless you're there and, like, getting, like, all points of view, it's, sometimes there's miscommunications so you're just watching the stream. A pickup followed them and they got in. That doesn't mean they're getting kidnapped, guys. They've taken rides from, like a ton of people. It's a fake live stream. Cappy doesn't do that. They're fine. Yeah, if one of them had a live stream on, I wouldn't be worried. It could be traced. That doesn't mean, oh my gosh, just because I agreed it was sketch doesn't mean anything, guys. Hurry now to really matching the lifetime they need you. Luca Libre. Oh, guys, did I tell you I had a dream about this one Mexican wrestler that I made up in my dream? His name is El Domingo, and I drew a picture of him. Some of you guys might remember that. Can you believe they're fine? I guess JJ went live, but who knows? A bucket full of meth is only $25 in Mexico. I'm not interested. What about the talking goldfish? Okay, what about the talking goldfish? Okay, conspiracy theory. I'm just gonna call it that. Okay, goldfish. The quote. The attention span of the goldfish. And Nemo, who's not the goldfish, because she wouldn't stop shaking the bag. That was the goldfish. Oh wow, there's this one show called We Bare Bears, and they had a goldfish the same day it was Goldfish Day. Like, they have these colors, it's like a color of the day kind of thing. This is also a conspiracy theory about terrorism and ISIS. Burn yourself alive to kill the nanobots. I've seen nanobots fly through fire and they don't stop. I've seen, yeah, that won't kill them. The Chinese and the talking goldfish. The Chinese and the talking goldfish. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. You'll have to be a little more specific. Are you vaxxed? Yeah, Moderna. Got both shots. The nanobots got captain. The nanos have been captain for a while. What meds are you on? For $15, I'll dox my meds. Are you saying nanobots control goldfish? Oh my gosh, the Chinese and the talking goldfish. Okay, so to get nanobots out of your body or to like prevent it, not fully of course, just go like this, right hand pinch, right under your nose. I had a dream that there was like all these goldfish and something with Chinese, and it's like this, like God was telling me. I can feel them come out of my eyes when I do this. I just have so many in me, it's like crazy. Have you swam in the ocean yet? Yeah. Damn them Chinese. Don't say that, don't be racist. Imagine what's going on in China. Do you think they're in trouble? Like, I think their people might be in danger. Like, I mean, we're in danger of China, of course, but like, are nanobots contagious? Very. There's nanobot devices that, the consumer is not the one who will get the most nanobots in them. Like, the one who is the person they spread them to. I don't think that stop eating Panda Express is going to save you, even though it's probably unhealthy. Captain is fine. That's what I thought. But I did, like, I don't know. I felt a feeling in my heart after I prayed for him that everything would be okay. Good to hope you're doing better. I'm done with PF Chang's. There's a PF Chang's in Salt Lake City, but it closed. But okay, now to something more interesting. Thanks for calling them, Nano. You're a good friend. Thank you. Yeah. It would have felt kind of wrong not to. You said they put voice boxes in goldfish. Yeah, so, oh, you guys might find this interesting. There's these European scientists who collaborate with ISIS, and they do the worst human experiments, and that's how, there's all these video games they play in people's heads. It's like what VR is that the public has access to is like not primitive, but like, it's old news. Like the VR, well, I mean, I call it that, but the video games that they can put in people's heads, it's crazy. And there's these European scientists that make these torture devices. Into something that small. Okay, Toby Moss, you don't like. Stop. There's so much information about nanobots already. Not terrorist nanobots on the internet, but like, nanobots aren't anything. They've been around since like the 1980s. Do you support captains? Oh, captains shouldn't be doing bad stuff with prostitutes or people who are transgender. I don't support that at all. I've worked in robotics. I bet you have, and you know nanobots are real. You're not fooling anyone. Did you think you were fooling somebody? Not to sound like me or anything. What's JJ's YouTube? It's probably still Eugene Picatrix. Nanobots are controlling him. Maybe he's a terrorist and just wants to like make me look bad. But this stream confirms it. Well, yeah. You know, I think Juju is controlled by nanobots on all over it. I've seen before. I don't. Mormon drug addict, by the way. I'm actually not using, so you guys need to chill. I mean, not you guys, it's just that one guy who tries to bash me all the time. Well, all your streams are majestical. Post more on IP2. I like seeing posts about me on IP2 positive ones. Go ahead and throw some up there. You look radiant, Nano. Well, I did my hair up a little differently today. My bangs were getting in my eyes. Hey, Nano. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching my show. Oh. Nana, would you marry Speedy? No, I would not marry Speedy. Not that I don't like him or anything. I mean, I don't like him like that, but we can be friends. You know, it took over my brain a long time ago. You know, I was talking to this kid who I believe is associated with terrorists, like, through actions that he might have done. And I asked him, I told him I was being gang stalked, right, on the phone. And he's like, do you still have free will? And, like, that makes me feel fine. Like, yeah, show Mom, I don't live with my mother. I live with my dad. I also like awesome. It feels a little better not to have my bangs getting in my eyes. It was pretty strange. But yeah, you said they put voice boxes in goldfish? Yes. They made a giant goldfish. I don't want to talk about that. That's so horrid. Like, okay, what I saw was this giant goldfish with a voice box, and they put like the rest of it, they put like legs on, like human legs. And it was saying, like, if you wonder what a goldfish is saying, if it had a voice, it would just say one word over and over again, like rom, 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 rom. Like, just like that goldfish. Opens its mouth and bobs. That's what I saw. I think that might have actually been done at least one time by Terra Science. Like one of those goldfish crackers. What? How do I get rid of the nanobots in my body? Tell your local ER to get a device that gets nanobots out of people's body. Those exist already. There's like a variety of different ways to do it. Tell us the craziest true things ever, please. Okay, well there's a bunch of different, like, the craziest true thing ever to me, or the craziest true thing ever to, like, normal people. Because that might be that the FBI is literally ISIS. Not like the whole FBI, but there's enough ISIS members working at the FBI to stop information from getting processed that would lead to investigation. Like, that just is like, that, like, that's hard for me to accept. But I know it's true. And I didn't, but to be fair, I didn't believe it the first time I heard it. When I was like finding more information about terrorism, I was like, how is this happening? How is this happening? Why is no one doing anything about this? And I was talking to my friend. He's like, oh, the FBI's in on it. And I was like, no, they're not. There's no way that's true. But then I saw it, and it's true. Can you tell us how you got your TBI? Enough nanobots went behind my eye that it ruptured my brain tissue, and I'm like, they went into my head, and I have ruptured brain tissue now. It's a kind of TBI. What are your views on summoning the dead? Don't do it. Don't play with Ouija boards. Don't summon the dead. If you want to talk to, if you're wondering about spirits or like deceased people, you should pray, and maybe God will answer your questions. I need you to talk me through removing nanobots from my brain. Gee, you know what? Once they're in your brain, you're pretty much screwed. Not to use bad language or anything. Do Black Lives Matter really matter? Yeah, Black Lives Matter. Try going to the hospital for it. I mean, they're probably not going to do anything, but it makes progress in the greater scheme of things. I don't like the Ouija board. Yeah, I don't either. Trust in IP2. There's so much toxicity and racism in IP2. I wouldn't go as far as to say trust IP2, but it is my network, so I support it. There's a lot of real stuff on there. What do nanobots do to you? Well, I know they rupture your organ tissue. I know that they feed on negative energy. That sounds so crazy, but it's real. Like, vibes are real, like positive and negative vibrations. That sounds so crazy, but it's real. Oh my gosh. It's okay. Just remember you heard it. Have you been to the ER before for nanobots? Yeah, I have. At Dignity Health, Sahara in Vegas, I went and said, I told the doctor that I had nanobots in my eye, and he says, we don't have anything. I'm not in my eye. That nanobots got behind my eye and in my body, and they said, we don't have anything for to get nanobots out of people's bodies, and I was gone within an hour. Nice bird parrots. Yeah, they're so cool. Do you have a doctor's diagnosis of nanobot damage? Well, I have a diagnosed TBI, and I've spoken to the same doctor that had nanobots in me. They didn't... it's pretty obvious. I mean, my eyes are like teeming with nanobots. Oh wait, they're not real? No, the doctor said they're real. He knew what I was talking about. He just said that they couldn't do anything. Like, a moving nanobot in your body, you can't have a surgery to get that out because it's moving. That would, like, let's say they found it and it moved into, like, they'd have to, like, cut deeper, and that's just, like, unethical. They can't just get it out with surgery. And I was like, so many nanobots behind my brain. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, guys, if you... So I have this idea that terrorists can see nanobots with, like, some kind of device that they have. Probably, well, of course they can. They're the ones operating them. Yeah, okay, so let's continue. They can see them. Terrorists can see the nanobots. I would just look like a wreck. Like, my eyes would be sort of with nanobots. A doctor said they're real. Yeah, I have multiple doctors that said they're real. Doctors know what nanobots are. They're not stupid. A doctor disagreed with you? No, he specifically said that we do not have any technology to get nanobots out of your body. How did your TBI happen? It's that. Oh, so terrorists came to my house when I was sleeping, and they flew a bunch of nanobots into my face while I was asleep. And they've done that, like, dozens of times. I know that sounds crazy, but, like, I'm something called a targeted individual. You can learn more about this kind of stuff on freedomfortargetedindividuals.org. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll say that again. freedomfortargetedindividuals.org. You can learn all about terrorist technologies and gang stalking. It's a valid website. It's like worldwide. The doctor knew you were fucking crazy. Not him. Like, he was just an ER doctor. He didn't really know me at all. Nana, why would they target you? Because they found me in Long Beach when I was 19, and they were just super interested in me, gang stalking me. It's something I've learned about abuse. It's not, and stalking, that it's never the victim's fault. It's always something that's wrong with the mind of the stalker. Have your parents tried to help you? Have your parents tried to help you? They help out. Terrorists have a neutralizer. Terrorists have an underground way of communication, and that's why most people don't know. There's people who know. But there's also, corruption and bribery and police, in your law enforcement. That is a big deal. That's why this isn't getting enforced. Like, this could be taken down so quickly if we just had the right law enforcement who knew how to, like, handle this. Nanas are eating her brain. It's true. I'm so reduced from what I used to be. I'm 22. I will never live normal adult life. But I think about it like this. They're doing this to an 8-year-old. They're doing this to a child. I was talking earlier how you reach out to Jesus. Jesus saved me. Christ is king. I was walking down the street and this terrorist kid threw a fistful of nanobots into the air while he was riding his bike. And there was a woman with a stroller on the other side of the street. And so I think about my own brain damage and how this started when I was 19 years old. There's probably more. Yep, my wife is an ex-terrorist, but we got the nanobots out of her, thank God. Okay, so that's confusing. You mean they put nanobots in your wife even though she's a terrorist? I don't get it. Like, I mean, I don't know what happens to the, like, terrorist recruits while they're, like, I mean, I have an idea of what some of it is, but, like, chat, what is wrong with this girl? I've been gang stalked for the last 3 years of my life. Yeah, there's some severe damage. You need help, definitely, but there's, you know, I talked to my psychiatrist, and, I was seeing a psychiatrist in Salt Lake, and I was talking about the phone with my dad before, and I was like, just tell him everything you can. And I told him, hey, I'm being gang stalked, and guess what? This girl is so lucky. Her psychiatrist, my assigned psychiatrist, knew what gang stalking was. And it was the greatest thing. He's like, oh, have you told the police yet? Yeah, he knew what gang stalking was. I do believe in gang stalking. Yeah. Great. I mean, thank you. People are being gang stalked. All the support they can get. At least believe in what they're saying. Gang, you got kidnapped. No real doc would give you that info. You're wrong. It's true, and like, I just got lucky. Did you tell the police? Oh, okay, let's see, where have I told the police? I must have told the police by now. No, there's just multiple police reports I made in different cities about different things. Call CPS on the nanobots. You know, I was having this dream that there was these mothers who know that nanobots are in the food and they continue to feed it to their children. You're getting worse? I know. I'm getting worse. My health, like, I'm being, like, they don't stop with me. You would have reported it by now? Oh, I'm not saying I haven't reported it. I'm just trying to think about, like, literally. It took me a while to understand what gang stalking is, and I never thought to make a report of it. Oh, the police are gang stalkers. Just letting you know. It's like that in Long Beach. They literally do that. I think you will be fine. I have Christ. I'm new to gang stalking, to be honest. Like, I don't know what you mean by that. Many people who suffer from schizophrenia talk about gang stalking. I don't know who you're talking about. Stop making stuff up. It doesn't matter how mentally ill someone, it's not good, like, I know gang stalkers kind of target people who use drugs, but, like, there's been all kinds of people who've been gang stalked. I met this kid named Jesse in West Valley, Utah. I shouldn't dox anymore. Well, that's not doxing. And he brought it up. He brought up gang stalking first. Oh my gosh. And he was saying that all this stuff, like, and my gang stalkers were telling me that one time they tortured a guy into thinking they told him that everyone around you thinks that you're a pedophile, like his neighbors and stuff. That so much so that he was scared to leave his house because like there was like a child outside his house. And this kid Jesse is like telling me, he's like, yeah, they're telling me all this pedophile shit about my daughter, like that I like wanted to hurt her or something. And yeah. What do normal doctors tell you? Well, I see a normal doctor like every couple months. But we don't really go into gang stalking all the time. But like, why do you believe everything people say? First of all, they tell people not to torture them. It's psycho torture. Maybe Aaron Carter has nano. You need face cream. I washed my face with them. It's called Blackhead Eraser by Neutrogena, or not, some kind of face company. Yeah, but to go back into it, about the goldfish thing, there's so much weird symbolism. Like, there was this thing I came up with, like, I don't know if it was actually what's going on, but it was, oh my gosh, actually, there's this place in Long Beach, and it has this thing with these goldfish on it. I put my hands on it and I felt something. And I covered my face. It's because like I was thinking, oh, they're Freemasons, I gotta cover my face when I do this. So I put my face mask and a beanie on. And that just sounds so crazy if you have no idea what I'm talking about. Even if you know what I'm talking about, that would still probably baffle you. I love you, Nano. Please get help. freedomfortargetedindividuals.org. Just check out the website. It's real. Did all this start at the same time you started drugs? No, this started after I was gang stalked in Long Beach for the first time on May 17th, 2018. I remember the day. Every anniversary, it's like depressing. I was with Captain. It's funny, we're actually in Long Beach on the 17th of May of this year. Yeah, pray for kids who are getting gang stalked, because there's kids who are really early into it, like this is new in their lives, that they don't know what's going on. It took me a while to catch on to what was going on and what's true and what's not. Like, how does a fish use a voice box when they don't have lungs? I guess they could get lungs. I don't want to go into that. I've seen the worst. I've seen such disgusting images of human experiments with animal parts. It's the worst. It's so evil. It is so evil. It's so evil, and it's real. And you guys don't have to believe me. Just know that it is happening around us. And like some guys, I don't know where they keep these, and I don't know. There's so many human experiments done. Like they have oh my gosh. They show these to gang stalkers show these to their victims to torture them. It's a helplessness thing. Why do you love Long Beach? Because I have so many friends there. And it's pretty. I mean, there's a ton to do. I do. I'm into biology. You let in their head, they got you. Well, first of all, it's not much of a let thing. It's like... That's a delusion. Well, I was shown this. I guess these could be computer-generated images. I know they do that. They were showing pictures of me. Okay, so ISIS has my baby pictures. I know that sounds creepy as shit, but like I'm literally being stalked right now by like pedophile gangsters. I know that, like, and they were showing little images of children with my face on it, me and my sister, to make it look like it was us. Do you take antipsychotics? I absolutely take antipsychotics, and they make me feel so much better. People are after you? Yeah. Do you get visions in your dreams? Yes, it's that. But I also get them all, I've gotten them while I was awake before, like and they'll like be in front of me or something, but the scary ones, like the Horton Hears a Who kind of shit. Me now, Watson, how do I destroy them? Get your government, okay, what, go to the emergency room. Say, so sister, she's not here. We made nanobots, and how do I destroy them? Terrorist organizations make some nanobots, but like I guess nanobots were invented in the 70s. That's what I got from Google. But yeah, you can't really destroy them. Don't try picking at them. Don't try breaking them. They break into more. I find this interesting. Keep praying, Jesus will heal you. Jesus has healed me so much. Can you say hi to my little brother? I don't know who that is. I feel like that's a trap. Not like immediately trap, but there's stuff like that on the internet. It just sounds fake or strange for some reason. I'm not the ones talking about it. I'm the ones talking about. I'm not. Well, then you work with pedos, like people who literally traffic, rape, molest, and watch and trap and distribute child pornography. Chat, you're not getting there outside of your body. I don't know if they'll be able to help you, but they will be probably. But you can make something of that visit and try to get your local government involved. If everyone does their part, we can take this down. You give it energy by talking about it. I spread awareness by talking about it. It was there either way. What about MRSA outbreak on the movie? I don't think there's a MRSA outbreak on the movie. You've taken too much drugs. Well, technically, now we asked about beliefs. I believe drugs are evil. Drugs are a sin. Don't do drugs. Like, drugs are not only very evil, but they are also sinful. Like they do bad things to people's lives, but they are also a sin. There's probably nanobots in the chat. There's nanobots that can travel on the internet and on TV, and your eyes are like the target points. So I know you believe this delusion. By the lake is that one guy who's probably a terrorist. It's not working. No one believes you. Like, you should see what Captain was saying about nanobots and how they're like a warping metal. Like, he was schooling me about nanobots because he gets it from the source. Because he's a terrorist. Stay with Jesus, definitely. Some drugs are nanobots. I believe terrorists have cut a drug supply with nanobots to hurt the users. That's so bad because I feel drug users would know about that either way. Would know about the drugs, the nanobots and the drugs, and they'd still do them. I wonder if nanobots communicate their chat. I think terrorists come in my chat and put traps up so that viewers get nanobots in them. I'm pretty sure it's like that on Captain's Discord, or it might just be my phone's already infected with nanobots. With $1 trillion impossible tech, yeah, I'm pretty sure nanobots are like a dime a million. If you have the technologies to make nanobots, they're like cheap to make, like real cheap, and they self-replicate, so. Goldfish. Okay, another terrorist symbolism. I'll talk about it. Easter Island head, like Squidward's house. They want to turn people to stone. One of the symptoms of brain damage is like you're slow and you react less. That's what they mean. Scary, huh? I'm sorry you're going through this. ISIS victims, especially with gang stalking. I can handle gang stalking. It's happened to me for years. I mean, they've like done horrible things. I have touch re-torturing me. It's like the gene therapy stuff. That they can hurt my body. I have that in me, and they've done brutal things to my body with it. But I'm okay because there's some kid who has no idea what's going on, and he's believing stuff they tell him. I heard my gang stalkers told me, I don't know if this is true, but it sounded like they knew what they were talking about, that they gang stalked a 12-year-old to death. Like, they literally found a Mexican immigrant kid and gang stalked him into killing himself. Or maybe he was, I think that's what they told me. They did it for like 2 years before he like murdered himself. Like, you know what, Andy, are you okay? How do you know you aren't asleep raging for ISIS? Because I don't do that. You know, I think I don't know how ISIS recruitment totally goes, but one time this Ethiopian guy, I'm pretty sure he was Ethiopian, tried to give me drugs and use my bank account to get money over from Africa, like thousands of dollars. But it was like kind of in the way of it wasn't convenient for me to do it, so I told him no. Even though he like really seemed to like want me to think that I was helping him a lot. Yeah, I think that might have been ISIS recruitment, or how that kind of thing goes. Yo, what is this channel, yo? What is just channel, yo? I think Scar from Disney Channel, not Disney Channel, well, like here's a conspiracy theory. So terrorism uses lots of Disney characters as symbolism. Scar, they want to be Scar because he's the bad guy, he's cool. I mean, like, long live the king. I think they spread coronavirus around as an act of terrorism. Like, if you ask me that, like, making someone sick is terrorism. Here we go. I like talking about it. And I'm not the only one. And there is peace. And there is virtue. It will get better, but it will also get a whole lot worse. Bioterrorism, ecoterrorism, counterterrorism. You have too much free time to think up the stuff. I couldn't have made up the stuff that's happened to me. I could, like, exterminate all rational thinking when it comes to terrorism and their sciences. Don't take that too seriously. I just saw exterminate all rational thinking on a wall in Vegas. Someone tagged it. That happened around the beginning of Corona. Seriously, you will be put in a psychiatric hospital. Yeah, they poison hospitals. They get recruits that work in hospitals. I'm not worried. There's nothing I'm saying that. When I say conspiracy theory, that means I'm not 100% certain that is happening. Everything else I know is true, or I've had some kind of explanation on top of that. You're in Matrix? No, this is real life, but I'm not doubting that they have something like the Matrix. Like, there's tons of realities that they've created with computers that people go in. I don't know how long they keep them there. Like, I'm usually just there for like a night. Is this illness run in your family? I'm so grateful my parents don't know about this kind of thing. Imagine something like this happening to your child and having to live with it. Like, I just don't talk about it with my dad. The definition of conspiracy is combination for a secret purpose. Oh my gosh. Conspiracy theory. You know the movie Idiocracy? It's like, I believe, like a conspiracy theory. The people are like that just because everyone has such bad brain damage from terrorists. What did I eat for breakfast? I had a breakfast burrito and a cup of juice. A gang. Yo, I was. That's really strange. The truth is stranger than fiction. I couldn't have made this stuff up. Like, literally, before I knew about, like, terrorism in the U.S., the worst crime I could think of was probably, like, the Mexican cartel. Now that, like, the Mexican cartel does not seem so bad. Because why? Because, I mean, I'm not doubting they're associated with terrorists, too, but, like, just some, like, gangsters. Actually, you know what? Now I'm thinking of human trafficking, and, that's, like, the similarities between terrorism and their human trafficking and the Mexican cartel and their human trafficking. And it makes them equally bad in that realm. But, yeah. The wolf and the dog. That's one terrorist group's goof troop and their associates. The wolf is their mascot. The dog. And it's funny because wolves steal children in fiction. And they use Nightmare Before Christmas as symbolism too. They don't want you to expose them, Nano. Every minute I'm alive is like my eyes, I used to call it brain cam. And my eyes are the lenses. Oh, so they use Nightmare Before Christmas as symbolism because they want people to think that they're Jack Skellington and they're stealing people's Christmases. This is my conspiracy theory, that they are poisoning just a bunch of Christmas products that people will buy that are poisonous, and they don't know it. With nanobots or maybe some other poison I don't know of. Sorry, something strange just happened. Please go see a doctor. I just saw a doctor. They want to trip yourself out. I know this. I'm like, what I'm telling you is like stuff like they want to trip me out is when they show me pictures of human experiments. No, when they trip me out, they show me pictures of myself being tortured and other children. That's what they want to they want to trip me out with that. They put nightmares in my head. And I know other people who, like, you guys aren't trying, like, you guys can maybe try and convince chat that this isn't happening, but there's no fooling me. Cappy said this is all fake. The first rule of Fight Club is do not talk about Fight Club. She needs a new set of doctors. What? Yeah. Maybe I'll find a doctor like I've already spoken to one very good psychiatrist who knew what gang stalking was. He's Pakistani, if that makes a difference. I don't know if it does. I don't know how he found out about gang stalking, but yeah, they should teach more about that. Freedomfortargetedindividuals.com. The stuff they do to kids is satanic. The stuff they do, yeah, that's right. Good job. Antichrist strives, like, it's very strong in terrorism. They're trying to put false reality shards in your head to confuse you. I can tell the difference. It took me a few years, literally years. It took me a few years, but I can tell the difference now. And they know that I know. and they've threatened me before. But on top of that, I've seen my parents touch their faces in reaction to nanobots. They don't know what's going on. They hurt my parents. They're like, my sister's been gang stalked. I remember my mother telling her, like, oh, one night she was saying that, like, my sister was saying that this police told her she was a pedophile. And then she went to jail. The gang stalkers were telling her that happened. This is sad. Get help, Nano. This is... you guys we can all do our part. Please check out freedomfortargetedindividuals.org. It's a really good website. Like, I found it one day. I got off a bus. It was just like, kind of my heart told me to get off the bus, and I walked like 20 feet down the street, and in a store window taped up, there was a poster for freedomfortargetedindividuals.org. Call an ambulance? Like, for what? You're not belittling me. I don't feel bad about what you say. This, like, I've heard this before. Like, you guys are not the first group of people who work. Like, I'm not saying everyone in here who... Let's say there's someone who actually doubts me. The way they would sound are a lot different. You need to tell your parents. I don't think my parents understand. They don't want to hear about it. I prayed, and like, I think God doesn't want me to worry about that. Why don't you ask for help? Like, from who? You know, so you guys might like this. So, the first 2 weeks I was ever being stalked. I remember this one, this old Paisa guy, picked me up, and we went to go hang out in his RV. And I tried to, like, explain to him what was going on. But my gang stalker said, we know who this guy is. And I told him, I'm hearing voices. And, like, they're talking to me. They know what I'm doing. And they can read my mind. And he tells me this is something called gang stalking. And go to gangstoppers.org to try and stop it. And I tried to access gangstoppers.org from a library computer in Long Beach, but it won't let me go to it. Gangstoppers. It's hackers as well. Oh my gosh, their hacking is just disgusting. This isn't like super intelligent individuals who know how to hack really well. They're doing just... Okay, it's just pedophiles who know how to, like, find facial recognition photos of, like, girls and see every picture that's ever been posted of you on the internet. It's drugs from psychosis. Okay, here, I'll give you a challenge. Be more specific. Like, I know, like, what? You're full of it. Like, you sound like a terrorist. Just, you have this strange denial that you have. You have psychosis? Oh. Okay, would it make a difference if I told you that I was in a trap house one time with this Somalian kid and he, like, validated everything I was saying right in front of me? You're not convincing. I mean, like, I know I'm right, but, like, I don't even think the other people in chat who can read this think much of what you say. Like, they can probably kind of tell that there's something wrong with what you're saying. You fried your brain from drugs. It's strange because I find the items in my home tampered with, and that there was nanobots on, like, in my house and on my body. So what I'm trying to say is, like, during the time that, like, 3 years I've been gang stalked, I've had so many nanobots flowing to me, and like just the like the amount of brain damage that I've had. I've like you guys will never understand. Nanobots are real. Terrorist nanobots are all around you. Depends on where you are, like, to say how many. But, oh my gosh, I was at a grocery store in West Valley, Utah, and there was this woman, and, like, I hate to, like, bring religion into this, but there was, like, a swarm of nanobots that flew off of her job right there in the front of the store. Gang stalking is not real. I'd try to say something to argue, but what's so sad seeing people who are gang stalked. Have you talked to them? Because I've literally been gang stalked in a room with another kid who's getting gang stalked. And like I read in a John Green book while I was listening to it on audiobook. Like terrorism, it was something like terrorism isn't like the severity of like what the crime is, it's that the people aren't able to do anything about it. Your emotions are out of control. I'm so jaded. I talk about this like it's like I'm not panicking and I'm not crying. So much of what I'm telling you is worth tears or like obvious fear. Get a field microscope so you can identify it. You know, there's a university near my house, and when I was in middle school, they had these microscopes that could connect to a computer, so it could go up on the smart board. It's like the board up front of the classroom, and like we could see these paramecium that my teacher got from these samples. Pokemons, pocket monsters, cell phones with nanobots, conspiracy theory, symbolism. I've had psychosis, and you cannot realize it when it happens. I have doctors who help me identify symptoms like that, and yeah, when people say gang stalking, they're talking about V2K and contract stalking, electronic assault, electronic harassment. Yeah, it's real. Go to freedomfortargetedindividuals.com. It's really worth the visit. You learn a lot. Well, I mean, it's just such good validation. I remember the first time I found about that website, I went to it, and I would read it, and my gang stalker's like, yeah, we know what V2K is. Classic sign of illness. At some point, it would just be so hard to deny that this is happening to me, just with the amount of information I have. Doctors could absolutely use this knowledge. But I have no, my doctor's fine. I just saw him the other day. The label is conspiracies to dismiss it. I don't know who they is. Like, who do you mean? I really don't. Lovely Lori is working for the Chinese. Lovely Lori sounds like she's supporting something that she shouldn't be. Shot of Invega. I don't need a shot of Invega because I take other meds. But I like, if my psychiatrist recommend, as someone who seeks psychiatric care, and that's good because I actually do suffer mental illness. Not like anything where I can't take care of myself or I'm too delusional to function. I just have a psychiatrist who makes sure I'm on good meds. Like, I was having such bad panic attacks from I was having such bad panic attacks before my meds I was on now that I couldn't hang. Voice in the heads are side effects of nanobots. I don't know what you mean. I mean, so, okay, if you guys really, I'm being gang stalked, and I have a schizoaffective disorder. And I talked to my psychiatrist and told him I'm being gang stalked, and he knows that, and he knows what's going on. And he gave me medicine for my disorders. But, of course, he couldn't cure gang stalking, but... yeah, my meds help me a lot. It helped me communicate better. They help me feel more at peace. Yeah, my schizoaffective disorder is anguished by gang stalking people. Nonsensical bullshit. She knows something about. You know, there's people who hear me. Okay, so there's some people who know some stuff about terrorism who believe me. And there's people who already know about what I'm talking about or know some stuff like it, and they believe me. There's people who don't know what I'm talking about and believe me because they know I wouldn't lie to them. And I have, like, stuff to back myself up. If you stream 24/7, you could have evidence of gang stalking. I mean, like, what do you mean? I have evidence of gang stalking. Like, it's in my head. And there's people who are, like, watching right now. There is evidence of gang stalking, of myself being gang stalked. There's plenty of people who've, like, my friend who's this junkie, he gang stalked me. And he could see my thoughts, and I was asking him about my thoughts, and he's like, yeah. Because I guess he was getting high with these two other people in his apartment building, with the people who gang stalked me in Salt Lake City. I hope you find some peace, Nano. You say I support the wrong thing, but I don't need you. You need help. You sound strange with what you say. Just, and I wasn't the one who said that, you support the Chinese or something. I want to visit you one day. Evidence you could show us? There's stuff I recorded, but it's just such... They've showed up my house like 1,000 times. I've seen them in my... I've saw, like, this is way early. Like, this was like the first year I was getting gang stalked. She was there. And I saw that, like, this van, like, several blocks from my house that had my gang stalkers in it because I was walking down the street one day. You guys don't want to hear... No. Do you know why they gang stalk you? Is it about control? I think they like having something to... They do it for entertainment. Well, I was told by Dope District that the terrorists do this for entertainment. But maybe it's just like the people who are obsessed with me. It's just so easy for them because they moved to where I live. And they are just so... I'm easy for them. They know how to do it with me. They're not scared to do it of me. These are just ideas. No, Lovely Lori, I believe you are being, first of all, you believe I'm a troll in chat. No, Lovely Lori, I don't think you're trolling. I think you're, like, telling me things that aren't true to try to, like, sway me. What color do they wear? They look like normal people. I mean, they probably have that tweaker look, but, and... And Nana just got here. They target the weak. When they found me, yeah, I would probably call myself weak. I was just like 19 and like I had a boyfriend in Long Beach. I want to stop get off IP2 and don't in-stream. Stop playing Doctor Online. You don't think you need milk? You know, people don't believe you, Lovely Lori. Like, if someone says, okay, yeah, I guess I'm in control about that, never mind. Chat's not the best place to get the most valid advice. Oh, yeah. I was just having a conversation with this kid who's getting stuck in Long Beach last time I was there. And it's not really how she's speaking facts. Show us the road. Don't want to dox. Can't dox, sorry. You had that tweaker look when you were in Vegas. Far past whatever I've experienced. Like, no, I meant like there's like a fashion to it. Don't let the evil in the chat gaslight you. Oh my gosh, I had this boyfriend in Las Vegas once who was a terrorist. So I have this term that I call my terroristic ex-boyfriends, or like when I find a cute boy and find out he's a terrorist, I call them chumps. My ISIS chumps. Oh my gosh, oh, that's just some story. Like, I'm thinking about something else I was going to tell you. And he, like, when his friends were out of the room, he kept trying to tell me, oh, you're crazy. And then I just stopped him. I was like, I picked up something black, and I was like, his name is Jesse, also, coincidentally, not like the Jesse from Utah. Jesse, you're trying to tell me that this is white. It's black. I'm not confused. I've heard this before. And then, but it's funny because when his friends would not come to the room, I started talking about, like, I talk about nanobots and just, like, what we were talking about when the friend was out of the room. And he starts talking, and, like, he knows that they know. It makes it sound, stops trying to make me sound like I'm wrong. How do you know that someone's a terrorist? Oh, I've had terrorists tell me that they're terrorists before. There's some who are kind of frightened about it. There's some who are just shameless about it. There's some who are like more like, you can tell how badly ISIS has one of their recruits in their grip by how they react. If they actively have touch-free torture in them, then they won't want to talk about it as much. But if they're like some like grown-ass Cuban guy who's wearing a stingray hide belt, and tells me, yeah, they're gonna kill all this, they want to kill all the stingrays, it's like some kind of like propaganda, like, I mean, not for the public, but and I told him I want that belt, and he gave it to me, but this other meth kid stole it from me. I'm scared ISIS will hurt my parents because of what I'm saying, but if they do, if, like, now that I never mention it, I don't think I ever told this, like, the police department where I'm at that I'm being gang stalked. I don't know if they know what that is, but they may. ISIS, don't hurt my family or I'll tell the police. And I know who John Cunningham is. Your lifestyle doesn't help you. Nanobots is very wide. Shiny flakes sounds like nanobots. I feel like your messages are traps, and that when I look at them. Oh, while you're on YouTube, you might look, by all means, don't stop watching me, but Just shiny flakes sounds like what older nanobots. How much meth have you smoked today? I've heard junkies speak on Discord. It's so easy to tell when somebody's high. I need to seek help, please. There's so much that can be done. Do your part. Oh. How to spot terrorists. If you see shiny flakes or little particles, just somehow, like, that may look like bugs, but that you just know that they're not bugs. It's like, how could a bug be there? Look for this in grocery stores, around public transportation centers. Look for people who are leaving things places. Look for people who bring their own chemicals places. Like, one time I saw this. Oh my gosh, there was this. Ooh. Yeah, it gets worse if you call them for cyberbullying. Okay, cyberbullying and GameStop. Go to freedomfortargetedindividuals.org. What should I do if my family doesn't believe in nanobots? Tell your friends. You might find some more information. Online forums. Spread the word. Spreading awareness is a big part of being an activist. Counterterrorism political activist. When was the last time you slept? Like last night. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm just feeding it to you. That's a BS website. What website? Like, are you talking about freedomfortargetedindividuals.org? Because they're, like, definitely not. You can just tell by, like, how global they are. Imagine getting gang stalked by Koreans. Whoa. I mean, this is where racism dies. Because every ethnic group who will gang stalked has their own specific thing that makes them worse than others. But Yakuza is worse than ISIS. And I know ISIS hates Yakuza, and I'm not trying to stop. You don't feel bad because you're not as bad. Like, something is worse than you, but like... In all honesty, you know what I mean to be shiny flakes. It's funny, like, what? Y'all have been streaming for over an hour. Imagine transfer. Want to go gang stalking, get off IP2? No, this started before I was on IP2. And the reason Captain got 800 viewers when he has never had that many viewers in his life, the day that we met, is because I was talking about counterterrorism. I know my gang stalking could get worse, but I feel like that just with the arrival of new technologies in my area, it probably would have. Oh my gosh, I'm so funny. Sorry, I was thinking about something hilarious in my head. Like, alright, it's too funny. Like, I can't tell you. You were high as fuck the day I found you on the streets of Vegas. Did you see that clip? I wasn't hot. Like, I guess Captain told me he found me in a storm drain or a gutter, but that's before Chalmers reposted the video of us meeting. So Captain gets caught in lies all the time. Like, he's lied about vulgar things about me. he lies just about smaller things about me. And you know, just assuming that, knowing that he does that with me, I assume he does it with me. Captain lies more than I know, and I know like that he lies at least some. So just show this stream to your parent. Don't no. God. Don't say bad things about the Lord. That's false. God would never want you to use drugs. Cappy used you. Cappy uses me like every time we hang out. I mean, I'm not gonna say we're not friends, but yeah, Captain's a very greedy man. Tell Captain to stop abusing Gucci's. Don't support it. If you see Captain abusing someone, don't support it. I just want to join the Church of Nano. Did you get the t-shirt? Maybe it's going to take a couple more days, but I have... No, join the Church of LDS. The Latter-day Saints. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They're true. Read the Book of Mormon. Like, pray about it. God, I believe God will reward you like he has me. I need rewards from God right about now. You should count your blessings. Torbus 4, hello. God doesn't have favorites. He loves all of his children. But God... I'm sure God favors people who aren't sinning, but that doesn't mean he loves them more or less. I've donated to you, but never again. I need to make that decision. I'm gonna tell you now about this one time that this guy, I think, tried to steal me. It was just really weird because, so I had this Craigslist listing online, and it was for a rideshare to Salt Lake City because I wanted to go to a zine festival because I make these things called zines. They're like little self-published magazines. And he paid for my shuttle to go to Salt Lake. So, and come stay with him at his hotel room, but I guess he was living there. And he's trying to get me to come to California with him. And it's really strange because the first place we go after I got off the shuttle is to this taxi cab place where his car's getting repaired. And every person except for him and I in the building was Sudanese. I'm not trying to be racist, but that just ties in. And they were giving him a really good deal on something. And I remember driving in his vehicle in the passenger seat, and he answers his phone. He's like, "Yeah, we got her," and hangs up. And he kept he solicited me, like he tried to offer me money to have sex with him, and he offered me a whole bunch of drugs that I didn't take, but I think about it now, and that was probably ISIS, yeah, but, oh, and that happened to me. I think that happens from Craigslist. Oh, I've had really bad Craigslist turnouts, and I've also had, oh my gosh, outstanding Craigslist turnouts. Like, I couldn't have asked for better Craigslist turnouts. That drug I didn't take, no one will believe you. No, he just offered me, like, he says, I can get you any drug you want. And I didn't take any drugs from him. He's trying to put nanobots in your body. He wanted me to stay with him for a while, even though I was only interested in staying for the day. And then he called my friend and said that my friend raped me when I tried to, like, when I didn't want to have sex with him. I, like, left my friends because he was, like, being incredibly disrespectful and, like, scary. And it was like, I needed to go. It would be disrespectful. Sorry. I'm not twitching because of drugs. I just saw that. I don't do that a lot. Drugs are not okay with God. I don't know where you're reading about these nanobots, but I don't have access to the computer. I'm gonna end my stream. I only have 15% battery. I hope you like my stream about me talking about stuff like this. Thanks.